Hey guys, Foxy the Best here. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 Five Nights at Freddy's models, in my opinion. Like I said, it's my opinion, so there's no actual, ranking system. It's just which one I think is best and which one I think is the 10th best. But, yeah, let's hop right into it. The first model we're going to be talking about is the Bonnie the Bunny model. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if this is the real, perfect model from the original Five Nights at Freddy's, but I did just find it on Google, I'm not going to lie. And it does look like the original, but yeah, it's in the 10th slot because it is a very iconic model. It's the first animatronic you see moving in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, unless you somehow get Golden Freddy Night 1, 12 a.m., if that's even possible. But even though Foxy is my favorite animatronic from Five Nights at Freddy's 1, I do have to say that Bonnie's model, at least in the list itself, in my opinion, Bonnie does have the best model from Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Let's get into the number 9 spot. Alright, in our number 9 spot, we have Nightmare. This may be a surprise to some people, or just anyone in general, because I don't really say often that I love Nightmare or anything, but I do really like the model. Obviously the Five Nights at Freddy's VR model, because it is an improvement from the original game's model, because you can actually see the tentacles the whole time, and it's the Nightmare is very scary in general, but when you're in VR and you look up at it and you see how tall it is as a looming finger walking towards you, it makes it even scarier on several levels. But I do very much like this model, even if I don't like the game mode too much, but that's besides the point. Those are all the reasons why Nightmare is in the 9th place slot. Let's get into the 8th place. In our number 8 spot, we have Nightmare Fredbear. And, well, that does include Nightmare 2 because they're pretty much the same. They're just color-swapped versions of each other almost. But, yeah. This model from the original Five Nights at Freddy's 4 game is very good. I love this model just because of how scary it is, and I loved the theories about how he has the stomach mouth, which is in the crying child's mind what happened with his sister with baby. So he's imagining that Fredbear has the hole in his stomach. But on, I think it's night 5, I want to say. On night 5, after all the other animatronics disappear and it's just him, I do really like the atmosphere that he brings, being the sole animatronic that can also teleport and everything. I know it sounds like I'm just going off to top 10 animatronics just in general, but no, I just like the model a lot. There are definitely, if I were to make a top 10 animatronic list, he probably would not make it. But yeah, I love his model. It's very scary, in my opinion. Scary, but yeah, let's get into number 7. In the number 7 spot, we have the man, the myth, the child killer himself, Springtrap. The original Springtrap model is just so good. In comparison to his other models, at least, that includes the FNAF AR and the FNAF VR. I like this one the most out of any of them. And in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, in my opinion, I don't need to keep saying my opinion, but he is my second favorite model from Five Nights at Freddy's 3. The first favorite will come later in the list, but I do really like this model. I love how you can see the rotted flesh through it. You can see how much it's decayed. You can see at some points in it the old gold, that hasn't faded yet, I guess would be the right words, from the original Spring Bonnie suit. I just love all of the small little details they added to this, like especially the organs at the feet and stuff. I guess that would be like tendons maybe, or muscles. And I just love the withering and everything about it. It is a pretty scary model. Though FNAF 3 was bad, it did bring some pretty good models. But yeah, overall, this is my 7th favorite model in FNAF series. But let's get on to number 6. I know this may be cheating, but I have to say it. So, Funtime Foxy, maybe the picture that's up now, but in the number 5 spot, I have to say that all of the Five Nights at Freddy's sister location models, they all fit into the number 5 slot. I love every model from Five Nights at Freddy's sister location so much. The Ennard model, the Baby model, the Funtime Foxy model, the Funtime Freddy model, the Bonbon, I don't know if that counts, the Ballora, the Mini Renas, the Bitty Babs, and Electro Babs, they don't really count either. They don't count as separates. But all of the models, they're really good. They all bring to this, like, cyberpunkish atmosphere. Not cyberpunk, that's not the right word. Just, like, retro future almost. Even though, yeah, retro future I think is the right word, because it's in the past, but it looks like futuristic models. And I love that all of their faces open up in, like, this terrifying way. But I know it is cheating to have them all in the top 5, so I did have to decide on just putting Funtime Foxy there. Kind of. I know that kind of contradicts what I said earlier, but that doesn't matter. So, yeah. The number 5 spot, we have all of the Five Nights at Freddy's sister location models, but Funtime Foxy is the main one. But now let's get into the number 5 spot. In the number 5 spot, I told you he would be on the list, kind of. I said my first favorite model from Five Nights at Freddy's 3 would be here, and here he is. Phantom Foxy. I like this model. I don't know what about it I like the most. I think I just like the extreme wither patterns and just the fact that it's Foxy. But I love that his arm is gone with his hook, and you can, like, see all inside. And he's just like, I feel from that game, other than maybe Freddy, I think that the Phantom Foxy model is the most withered and the coolest looking withered effects. Because, like, only his one eye is showing with his other one covered by an eye patch, I think. Yeah, I think it still is, but I haven't played Five Nights at Freddy's 3 in a while. I love that you can see his endoskeleton in that crazy, like, open mouth way, but it looks like you can see it a lot better, at least in, like, a full picture of the model, like the one I'm showing now. I love the fact that his whole, like, lower stomach section is gone and withered away completely, and you can just see right through it. The arms, just everything about this model, I love it a lot. But considering how much praise I've given this model, that shows what the other models like. The how much I like the other models that are going to be on this list from here on out. I have been stumbling over my words a lot, but never mind that. Let's get into the number 4 spot. In the number 4 spot, we have the Radioactive Foxy. To be fair, I do like the Foxy, the pirate model from Five Nights at Freddy's AR, and I do like the Foxy model from Five Nights at Freddy's AR, like the original Foxy model. But in my opinion, I like this one the most. Similar to the Phantom Foxy model, in that the way he's withered makes him see-through. This model is just completely see-through, all in general. You can see his endoskeleton. He has the double hook, which I find really cool. Or that might just be a shadow from this thing. I don't know. His eyes seem to be hollowed out, which I find cool as well. Or at least, sorry, his right eye is hollowed out. But I love the way that he's just like glowing there. I know I don't have as much to say about this model as the Phantom Foxy model, which might make it seem like I like the Phantom Foxy model more. But no, it's just that I can't really figure out a good way to describe the features that I like about him in specifics. Like, I don't have any specific Withered. I just like the fact that he's see-through, and I just like some small details about him, like the double hook and the hollowed out eye instead of the eye patch. But with that, let's get into the number 3 spot. In our number 3 spot, we have another FNAF AR special model, and we have Freddy Frostbear. For most of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, I've never really loved the Freddy models. I haven't hated them. I haven't really loved them. I don't like Freddy as a character that much. Like, not only his character, I don't really love his designs because they're pretty basic after you've seen him the first time. But I love this Freddy Frostbear model just because of all of the icing effects as well as the icicle effects. Like, on his ears, you can see the ice shard or icicles hanging down from his ears, and I like the fact that he is holding an icicle instead of a microphone. I find that kind of funny. And I think around his neck is like the same kind of like cloth or fabric or whatever that they used on like lumberjack uniforms, and I find that really cool because lumberjacks normally work in like cold weather, I think. And I love the fact that he looks like a pond that's been frozen over because of all the cracks in him and everything. Like, as you can see, the really bright pieces of ice that are all over him. It's like almost he's been in the sun for a while now and he's starting to melt. But yeah, with that, let's get to them. Whatever I just said. Let's get to the number 2 spot. In the number 2 spot, we have Withered Freddy. I don't know why I was talking like that at the beginning, but we have Withered Freddy. Withered Freddy. He's interesting with me at least because I used to not really like his model because it seemed so much like the original, but I've began to appreciate it more. After I've just been like part of the community for more years than from when I first started back when the game first came out, when Five Nights at Freddy's 1 first came out. I like the dirt particles and everything like that. Like, this model is very, very detailed in the withering. I guess all of them are, but I just like this one the most in its withering. This is a close contest between him and the one in the number 1 spot on this list, but I do really like this model a lot. I also really like the Withered Bonnie model. I just want to add this. He didn't make the list because he's like too chaotic, and he's probably like in my top 15, like probably around the 13 spot. But I do like this model. I like all the Withereds. I just like this one and the one that comes up next the best out of all of the animatronic models. But yeah, with that, let's get into the number 1 spot. In the number 1 spot, we have someone that is one of the icons of my channel, or the main icon of my channel, kind of. He is very cool. I like him a lot. He has a hook for a hand, and I could not find the original body, so I have a very zoomed in picture on his face. Guess in the comments who it is. I don't care if you got it right or wrong, because it's Withered Foxy! Woo! Woo! The crowd goes wild. I know that's weird, because Foxy, obviously, is the main icon of my channel, the original. It's not Withered Foxy, but I do like the Withered version of Foxy a lot more than the original. For multiple reasons. The first one being because I love the withering itself. It's so good. He's very menacing from the other end of the hallway, which is where you most often see him. I love his Easter eggs where you can see him before he leaves the parts and service room. I know that doesn't really count because that is just like another one, like I said earlier, which makes it sound like I'm just doing top 10 animatronics. But no, I do like that because his model kind of changes and he looks more almost somber because if I remember correctly, he's looking down and his eyes are completely hollowed out there. But I love this model. It's very good. Everything about it is so good in my opinion, and I have to put it in the number one spot. And also, I know I'm not doing like out of 10 or anything ever before on this list, but he gets a 10 out of 10 on the model spectrum. Yeah. So now that we've made it to the end, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I want to suggest that you guys go watch my other videos as well. And I want to let you guys know that I do have a new little outro that I'm going to put on today. It's with a new song that I found, and I really like it, and I hope you guys do too. It's copyright free. It's called Chocolate. It's just a lo-fi beat called Chocolate. So if you want to find it, you could just search lo-fi chocolate or something like that. But yeah, other than that, this video is concluded. See ya.